Are the Steelers elite? Or are they overrated, I should say? They are overrated. I think they're a above average team with elite talent, but I still think they're above average team. Here's why. First off, your quarterback is listed as elite, but I think he's not. He is elite, don't get me wrong, but he's not like third best in the league. I think he's fourth, maybe even fifth best, behind Drew Brees. And I can make an argument for a couple other quarterbacks, but I'm going to mainly stick with Drew Brees here because his stats are the ones I compare him to. Speaking of stats, Ben Roethlisberger's only thrown for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns one time in his career, and he's played for 12 years. He has always had elite talent around him at the receiving core, running backs, and an elite defense. So he has the luxury of being able to throw the ball and be a little bit more, risky with the ball, I should say. He's always had good receivers. He's had Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace, Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes, Plexico Burress. He's had all these guys. Good tight ends, Spieth, Jesse James now, Heath Miller. And he's had elite running games. They've always had those. And he has a offensive coordinator that, kind of caters to that. And in the past, he's had elite defense. They don't have that anymore, but your offense now, my opinion, should be the best in the league. And you're still not beating certain teams you should beat. He's only gone for 30 touchdowns more than twice. He's only gone for 4,000 yards 4 times. And he's had a 12-year career. Those numbers are kind of glaring to me. I think he's a pretty good quarterback on an elite team. If you look at all the things I just laid out, it kind of points in that direction. He's not like a Tom Brady who has players around him that aren't great. Tom Brady makes them very good. Same with Drew Brees. Drew Brees does not have consistent, really good receivers. He doesn't. And he still throws for over 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Every year except one, he's been in New Orleans. Every year but one. And Ben Roethlisberger's only completed a season 3 times. He's only played a complete season 3 times. Now, that may be a factor into why he's never thrown for more than 4,000 yards or 30 yards, but stats are stats. And if you're only completing 3 seasons out of a 12-year career, that's every 4 years you're going to complete a season. That's not a very good stat. It's not something that's good going forward, especially when you're stacked with talent around you. Your offensive line's always pretty good. You have a good running game to lean on. You shouldn't take as many hits. So why is that? You shouldn't be getting hit as much. Maybe it's offensive coordinator. We'll see. The second reason, in my opinion, is Mike Tomlin is another reason why they're overrated. Now, I'm not saying Mike Tomlin is not a good coach, but at times it seems like his coaching is very sporadic. And what I mean by that is it's very polarizing. They either blow teams out or they lose to teams they shouldn't lose to. Okay? They lost two games so far this year. They've lost to Carson Wentz and a rookie coach, rookie quarterback, rookie coach. Okay, and then they lost to Miami this week. They didn't get blown out by Miami, but Miami dominated them most of the game. And that's the truth. They did. They dominated them most of the game, and that's coaching. Whenever you're that sporadic, that's coaching. Okay, losing a tight game in football, tight games come down to players not making plays. When it's that sporadic throughout the course of whole games, that's coaching. It seems like they're very undisciplined. And what I mean by undisciplined, on and off the field. Undisciplined on the field because how do you have whole games where the whole team doesn't show up? That's one thing. Second thing, a lot of guys get suspended. You're missing a player for an entire year, and he's already had 1 drug suspension before this. Le'Veon Bell, same thing. He had a 1-game suspension a couple years ago because him and LeGarrette Blount were, doing whatever on the way to the airport and got pulled over. And then they have one this year because he missed a urine test, which you probably know why he missed a urine test. I just think sometimes it's very sporadic, and what I mean by that is it's either really in their face about man up, do your job, or it's very laissez-faire, very hands off. And I think for a team that's supposed to be elite and a team that's inconsistent, there's too many of those conferences where he's like, we all need to man up. I need to take full responsibility. You take full responsibility before the game happens. Okay, take responsibility after 1 quarter of being bad. When you have whole games where it's not very good, that's detrimental and that's bad. So, that's just my personal opinion. I'm probably you're probably not gonna like the video, Stephen A. Sorry, I know you're a Steeler fan. I'm just being honest, okay? And whenever those things happen, you gotta look at the coach. He's responsible for all those things. And whenever a team goes bad, claiming it is fine, but you should probably do something about it in the game or make sure it doesn't happen. Just saying. That's my video. It's kind of long, I know, but it's a lot to get to. It's hard to squeeze it all in a minute. I hope you guys understand that, because I did take a lot of notes and wrote down a lot of stats just for this video for you, okay? See ya. My name is James Plank. This is my video. God bless.